Hello, quilting friends. I am in my studio and I am happy to be in my studio. Happy Tuesday, which is my favorite day of the week because I get to talk to you. Let me turn on the chats so you can say hi and let me know that the chat is working. So much has happened since last week. Sorry, I'm just getting settled. I talked to you last week on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I got hit with a vicious migraine. So I woke up Saturday afternoon and we're getting a blizzard. And we did. We really did. Noon Sunday evening. So that was pretty exciting. They're calling it the New York blizzard of 2026, which I think the worst of it was in Rhode Island and parts of Massachusetts. I think Falls River, Massachusetts got like 43 inches of snow. We got a measly 14. My friend lives about 30 miles from here, but closer to the ocean. And she got 28. She got double what we did just within 30 miles. So yeah, it was pretty nasty. We got lucky, which was nice. So I am here post blizzard. I was warm, safe, well fed, loved. Plenty of fabric. Life is beautiful. So blizzards are great when you keep power and have nowhere you have to go. The last major snowstorm I was stuck in. I was out of town. I was dealing with my sister's house in the snow, my mother's house in the snow, and I was dealing with trying to get home in the snow. And that was a bit of a challenge. So I wasn't really looking forward to this snowstorm. I normally do because I'm a princess and I don't shovel. I don't have to go anywhere. But I was still kind of bitter from the last one that interrupted my life. But if you were in the path of the storm, I hope that you are shoveled out, that you have power, and that no major calamities happen because of that. Sorry, my computer is doing silly things. I don't know what's trying to open. I reboot before I go live, and sometimes things happen in the background. Let me see what's going on. Well, I don't see anything. So anyway, leave me a comment to let me know where you are. And if you have been hit by the blizzard. My biggest inconvenience, the biggest problem with the blizzard was I didn't run any errands last week. So on Thursday, when I realized I was not going to be going anywhere because this was going to be a multi-day event with the migraine, my husband fortunately went, picked up my prescription, picked up milk, picked up eggs, so we were good to go. And now we're shoveled out this morning, but it's going to snow again tomorrow morning, and we're going to have another nor'easter on Thursday. Do I look amused? I'm not amused. This is not amusing to have this kind of weather. But fortunately for quilters, we handle snow days really well. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be home in my sewing room. I have things I'm supposed to do tomorrow. We'll see if they happen. Things I'm supposed to do Thursday and Friday. We'll see if it happens. So that's how we're going. So what do I have that's new, since all I basically did since I talked to you was have a migraine and then deal with a blizzard? I do actually have a few new things. One is I put out, sorry, moving my drink. I put out another day in the 30 days from quilt top to quilted. And this time I was working on the bacon stitch in both directions using the walking foot. So I was really excited to have this one done. This is a really pretty quilt. I'm very happy with it. This is Here Be Dragons. Let's see. And you made it back from QuiltCon just before the storm. Yeah, storms are no fun when they get in the way at all. I had nowhere to be this time, so I personally was okay, but I know people get stuck. The last storm that hit the Northeast, the last big storm that hit the Northeast, my sister was trying to get home from a cruise in Miami. She was one of the few flights that got out because her smart sister knew to route her through Chicago rather than Nashville, which was a no-go on that day. So did you have a great time at QuiltCon? Was it wonderful? I've been before, but I haven't been to a quilt show since the pandemic. Um, I was at my last quilt show. I was at one in January of 2020, March of 2020, and now now I don't walk well. So quilt shows are kind of hard. And unless my husband comes with me with a wheelchair, it's just too much walking. So we'll see. I should go for the motorized, but I'm not quite there yet. Anyway, I'm glad you got to go. I hope you had a fabulous time, and I'm so glad you made it home. So look for the content, new content in the 30 days from Quilt Top to Quilted. I think this is day 17. I will be working on day 18 next. I took a little detour and quilted this quilt behind me. So the pattern is Heart Pop from Tracy Mooney and Maywood Studios. I had a pile of purple in my stash, just 5 or 6 fabrics. And I was like, oh, that should be a quilt. And then I saw this pattern and I'm like, that should be a quilt for my sister. So I made it and I quilted it and I just uploaded a video and I just uploaded a blog, and pretty soon I would be doing social media. Had to stop doing desk work to come and say hi to you. I'll be doing social media and it'll be going in your newsletter, which you will get shortly. Didn't get a newsletter last week. Migraine, half the face, eye drooping, whole bit. It was pretty awesome. Really so glad that's over because it was pretty awful. I miss it a lot. So I did that. Then I worked on this quilt. Tracy, in her video of how she pieced her heart pop, Tracy Mooney pieced her heart pop quilt. Said she pieced the top in 8 hours. I pieced the top, made it bigger with a border, got it machine quilted and bound in 10 and a half. So if you're a fast sewer, I'm a fast sewer. I'm a fast sewer to the point that my heart pop quilt had a seam pop. So I have to go back and hand sew that seam. But the rest of it seems to have held together pretty well. So that's done. And what I did, let me pull up. Pictures aren't going to show on here in this light. I was trying so hard to get a great snow picture, but to get it, I had to be on the deck, down the stairs to throw it up over the railing, and I just couldn't manipulate it because once I'm down the stairs, then I can't reach the railing. So I didn't get the best pictures ever. Let me pull up some photos for you of the quilt. It's coming. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Alrighty then. Let me come back and share it with you. It was fantastic. You take a handy quilter class with Leah on modern free motion quilting. Oh, I look forward to seeing her. I'm actually flying out to Utah on Sunday. If we don't have snow, we're supposed to have snow Monday, I think. Anyway, it's anyway, but I will look forward to seeing her as well. And I'm so glad you had a good class. Let's see. Finishing my There Be Dragons. Yay! Oh, and Abby, you just made it back too. Oh, good. I'm so glad because getting stuck is stupid. Hello, Janet. Feeling sad that you moved away from here? Where you used to live near me, but where you lived, you were far enough west that you might have only gotten 2 or 3 inches. Because my daughter was on the other side of that of the storm line. So the storm came in diagonally from the ocean. My friend 30 miles away has 28 inches. I have 14. My daughter is north of me, but she got like 2 inches, maybe. So it dropped off fast. This was really punishing you if you lived on the coast. And I think you lived far enough from the coast that you were okay. I know who you meant. I know Lee. So, yeah. Showing pictures. That's what I was doing. Squirrel. Is that me? Yes, that's me. Okay, so here I threw it out on my deck. That is the Heart Pop quilt. That is the quilting of the Heart Pop quilt. That's purple variegated thread, but it had some light in it. It had some dark in it. So it blended well in all of the purples, but it stands out kind of like white on the black. And I really liked the way it looked. Doesn't that look great with those hearts marching all over it? I did the notification. I did the math on this one. Let me find it. 196 hearts. So there's 196, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 201. 201 hearts because they're pieced. 196 quilted, 5 pieced. There's the quilt. And that's the quilt with a picture of it just as it hangs behind me. Do we like that quilt? I like that quilt very much. I was very happy. Janet, you have no idea how much snow happened in New York and you don't want to know? Scarsdale, 28 inches. Hopewell, 14. So not bad. Hello in Vermont. I think you were far enough inland that you might not have gotten hit badly with this storm, but Rhode Island and that part of Massachusetts that kind of touches Rhode Island, 40 inches. 12-foot snow drifts. I saw pictures. Didn't look fun at all. Let's see, Ronnie, you like the heart motif stitching. That is actually a stencil. That's one of my ABC stencils. And I put a video on YouTube about how I did that. And it worked really well, minimal marking. Like I marked a straight line to keep it straight. And then I just put one in the middle of each block. I was really happy with it. You're vacationing in Minnesota, so you missed it? Oh, good. Because parts of this not stellar, especially if you lived up there. Madeline, how did you do? You live closer. You live further south and further east than me. I hope you're okay. You live closer to the shore than I do. Hope you got shoveled out and everything's okay. So look for that. This will be coming out in your newsletter. Links to the 30 Days from Quilt Top to Quilted will be coming out in your newsletter. Next, I will be working. So Abby, you got 4 inches east of Albany. My daughter lives in Albany and she got 2. She lives in Troy. Well, Brunswick, but her mailing address is Troy. Anyway, yes. I'm glad it petered off up there. I'm glad some people missed it. And more of it moved to the ocean, but the people who live right along the coast got nailed. Let's see what else is new. In the video that of me quilting this, when I pan out for a larger shot, you can see that I'm wearing this scarf. I've been getting cold lately, and when I get cold, then it's all over. So I have been wearing this great big scarf, and I'm a Hufflepuff. So this is my Hufflepuff scarf. On my sister's side, and my sister lives in Pittsburgh, where I'm from Pittsburgh, and she's like, Steelers. I'm like, okay, that too. But yes, so I've been dealing. Do you wear big winter clothes in the winter when you just can't get warm? It's not cold, but I'm cold, which is weird. I'm not usually cold. Let's see. You heard 11 inches? Yuck. Oh, hooray, the kids that shoveled. Yeah, we didn't have any kids. My husband was out snow blowing, and you can actually hear the snowblower in the video. I waited till my husband stopped snow blowing and he started shoveling to start filming. And then he turned the snowblower back on partway into it. So there's no way I was going to tell him to stop if he's out there doing battle with the elements, but you can hear the snowblower in the video. So this is the storm quilt. Other things that are going on. I'm still working on the house blocks, and I'm now counting them in packs of 10s. So I have 71 house blocks done of the village quilt. I need 132. So that's coming along. And the other thing that happened is I was waiting for my primitive gatherings, and I kept getting notifications, like things I ordered a long time ago. They're going to be delivered Monday. Primitive gatherings, I get a package every 2 months. It's going to be delivered Monday. Got a whole long list of things that are going to be delivered Monday. And as soon as every time I got a notification, I'm like, not going to happen. And it didn't. I got a delivery location unavailable. So I heard the mail truck come right before I went live with you guys. So this is still taped shut. I don't know what's in here. I subscribe to the quilt box from Primitive Gatherings, and every 2 months they send me this box. And I don't know what's in it. And I get to see what the year-long quilt is for the year, because they usually send you part of a year-long project and then other goodies, like another project and possibly some goodies. We'll see what's up. So I'm opening the box while I'm talking to you because I really just grabbed it. Ah. Oh, it's taped on the sides. I'm like, why is that not opening? And it's such a nice project box. I don't want to wreck the box. Ooh. Let's see what I got. I got caramels, which they are fancy gourmet caramels made near Primitive Gatherings in Wisconsin. My quilt is Clue 1 is Americana quilt. So I got what I need to make that. So you make little pieces. It's a mystery throughout the year. So I got some fabric, and it will say 3 yards of background fabric is not included. So I need to pick my background fabric, which, could be cream or whatever. And then need to use 4 cuts of fabric, 5, 2, 3, 5, at least 5 pieces in here. Maybe 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get to work on that. And then I got this, which I'm pretty excited about because I did see a sneak peek of this online. Tiny Twinkle is a 66 by 72 inch quilt here. And I got a layer cake of Elizabeth Hartman's favorite Bellas. I think it's Elizabeth Hartman. It's Elizabeth's favorite solids. So these are all the solids that go in it. And then there's this limey greeny background, like minty greeny background on it. 10-inch layer cakes, 5 yards of background. And each of the blocks that I'm making, each star is a 6.5-inch star. So that might be fun to start and do a block after every bit of work like I've been doing with these houses. So this might be my next as I go quilt. Isn't that pretty? With all those colors, I'm looking forward to that. So yay! I'm glad you got to open that with me. Don't you love getting surprises in the mail? As a quilt professional, I should be doing my own work and not be fangirling after other people. However, I like to support smart women who do well. And Lisa Bonjean does fabulous. She's very smart. She's very talented, and she does really good things. And I like to support her. And then I also get treats in the mail. And I don't know what they are. I think this is $45 a month, including $45 every 2 months, including shipping. I don't know what a layer cake costs currently, but I got a layer cake, a pattern. I think I got 6 fat quarters maybe, and a pattern, and then some caramels. Let's see what they said. Does it say? You will receive 33 fat quarter prints over the next 6 boxes. So I think this is 6 of them. And what does a layer cake cost? Layer cake quilt purchase. Fat Quarter Shop has them 45. Shabby Fabrics is 45. There's one at Missouri Star for 42. So for my $45 box, I think I did okay getting price-wise. So I think it's economical too. So I'm pretty excited. Hello, Karen. Have you gotten dug out yet? Karen's my friend who has twice as much snow that I have that I just mentioned. My friend has 28 inches of snow. I'm sorry. Happy snow digging. It's pretty gross. So that's what I have going on this week. I need a good book because I've been doing some quilting, getting some work done. I was listening last week. I had a dearth of good books. I had 2 books I was not really thrilled with. And then there was a movie out called The Housemaid that I know was based on a book. And so the book finally came in at the library. And I started listening to it yesterday. And the book made me anxious because there are people behaving badly in it. Like very badly. And then I said, I'm not going to finish reading the book. Then I read a synopsis of the book, figuring there'd be twists and turns of the plot, and there are. And I'm like, I'm not even sure I want to read this because I think these are people with major character flaws behaving badly, and I'm not going to do it. So I'm just doing. I just downloaded Dwarves. I love science fiction. I love fantasy. I'm kind of a geek that way. So this has been on my list. I'm in the middle of this long space opera, but it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. I'm on like book 9 of 18 or something. Need a break from that. So this is The Dwarves by, let's see, just looking title details. It's a fantasy, action, and adventure fiction by Marcus Heights. And give me a dwarf, I'm going to be happy. It's very, I'm sure it's going to be an epic saga at how many hours? 23 hours. Just finished let's see, Karen just finished The Correspondent and loved it. Excellent. I will add that to my list, writing it down now, The Correspondent. It's almost time for me to reread Operation Hail Mary, Project Hail Mary. I think that's what it's called, from Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian, because that movie's just about to come out, so it's time for a reread. I love The Martian. It was my favorite book that I read the year I read it, and then I read his next book that I can never remember the name of, Artemis or something, and I'm like, whatever. And then I read his next book, which was Project Hail Mary, and I'm like, oh my word, this is even better than The Martian. There's some debate on that, but it's really good. And the movie's coming out, so I'll have to reread it. And then I'm guaranteed a good time because I think the movie comes out March 20th, but I'm going to hold out a little longer. Maybe I'll save that as my airplane book or something. But yeah, not having any good books, like having had a run of bad books, has not been making my life happy. So I need some good ones. I did watch a couple movies. I watched a movie about Alma Richards. He was a pole, a high jumper in the teens, the 19 teens, that competed against Jim Thorpe. And if World War II hadn't canceled the Olympics, they say he might have beat him. And I watched another random movie. It was called Please Stand By. And that was Dakota Fanning, Toni Collette, Patton Oswalt made an appearance, a couple other people, and it was an autistic girl who lived in a group home who wrote a Star Trek screenplay for a contest, and then kind of broke out, and because she was trying to get it delivered to Paramount in time for the contest, and it was her going on this adventure and figuring things out, and that was a good movie. So that's pretty much all I listened to or read or watched this week. But anyway, hey, so I am going to go finish putting more information about this quilt online. That is Heart Pop by Tracy Mooney. The videos on YouTube of how I machine quilted that. I have day 17 in 31 days from quilt top to quilted. I'll be working on that. You can also check out the Village quilt made with charm squares. I'll be sending a newsletter shortly, so you should be getting that. You can sign up for that. But until I see you again, what are the bets that I'm not going to start this sooner rather than later with all of these really yummy colors in here? It could happen. Maybe I'll save this as a reward. But I will not be here next week. I will be in Utah. At Handy Quilter, working with some of my Handy Quilter colleagues and doing some meetings and fun stuff. So I will not be here Tuesday. I will not make it up on Wednesday. There'll just be no new meeting. There'll be no Facebook Live next week. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. And until I see you again, who knows how many more inches of snow we're going to get between tomorrow morning, Thursday, the following Monday, whatever. Eventually, this has to end, right? But I will see you again, I think in 2 weeks. I'll be here. It'll be in your newsletter when my next date is. I'm looking for my calendar. I have way too many tabs open. There it is. So I will not be here on March 3rd, but I will be here on March 10th. So I will see you in 2 weeks. On Tuesday, March 10th at 2:30 in the afternoon, Eastern time. I think we have a time change after that. So I think we are daylight savings time or something like that. Anyway, I will see you soon. And until I do, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay warm, and happy quilting.